All right, so we are recording. It is January 23rd, 2024. It is 10:04 a.m. It is the professional trader here, and I am back with my brother Kailash. It's been a long time. How you been doing, sir?
It has been doing good, keeping
Yeah,
things steady.
yep.
Yep.
A lot of things have changed since the last time we spoke. Congratulations, you are funded now.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
got
Yes,
two
sir.
accounts. Yeah.
Have you got your confirmation from them yet? Like
I have
everything's good? Okay,
I
great,
got the
great.
certificate and everything. I just have to set up the accounts. And
Okay.
there's always like on those there's even a fee you have to pay. It's like $150.
To
But
set up the account?
yeah, one time,
Ah,
which is all right.
okay.
Yeah.
What is the fee for? What's the reasoning
So
behind
it's
the fee?
like it's basically just for like the exchange data. So
Okay.
it's basically that. If you're a
Okay.
professional, you have to pay it per month. So
Mm.
luckily it's not that, but
Okay. That's
yeah.
dope. That's dope. Okay. Have you taken any trades professionally funded yet, or are you
Not yet, but actually, I did also get a crypto account. So I have
okay?
that as well. It's a
Okay.
10K account and they allow you like two times margin. So
Okay.
I'm getting a withdrawal. I got $300 on that. So I'm getting a withdrawal, which is
Dope, dope,
nice.
dope. Man,
Yep.
congrats, bro. This is honestly all wonderful
Thank
stuff
you.
to hear. So you're funded on a 50K now one and a 100K now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And these are US future prop because I'm still a little
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
so the US future prop firms.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
and these allow you to trade only like SP 500, NAS 100, or are you able to trade crypto on them as well?
So funny enough, like a couple years ago, they introduced Bitcoin to the
Hmm.
CME exchange, like the futures
Okay.
exchange. You
Uh-huh.
can trade Bitcoin. It's so expensive. It's like,
Mm.
honestly, if you want to trade like half a Bitcoin, you're gonna pay like $40 in fees. I've tried it once, and it wasn't
That's
worth it.
not worth it at
But
the moment.
you can even do gold, oil, silver, all of the other stuff.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's good.
Man, just because like that side is still kind of new to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Does the calculation work like the same as like one pip, how it would work on the Forex markets, or like is the exchange rate like just completely different and something like else you have to get used to?
So I think it will move the same. So it'll move the
Hmm.
same percentage. So you'll get the
Hmm.
same pips. There might be like a slightly different number on the like the euro
Okay.
contract or whatever, but
Okay.
it'll move the same percentage, which is good.
Okay, but you're not able to trade Forex pairs on
On one
on
of them I am. I know on the 100K one you can, but I've tried on the other one. I couldn't find it. Even though they
okay.
say you can, but
Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to get that information from you later because if you could trade
I can
Forex
show you.
pairs,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that is honestly pretty cool because I would like something that's like the best of both worlds. You could trade futures and you could trade Forex pairs at the same time.
I know the minimum size is like 10K. So it's kind of like you have to do it in like blocks of like
Okay.
10K.
Mm-hmm.
I could even show you, yeah, all that.
Okay, yeah, man, for sure. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and just look through some Forex pairs just because I
Yes,
took some
yeah,
trades yesterday that I made a video about. And then from there, man, I'm just gonna let you if you still like have the information like on the charts, kind of maybe just show me and
yeah, yeah,
whoever's watching like what how the steps because it's been a while, man. Like before Christmas, kind of just maybe show us an update, on
for
kind of
sure.
maybe
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
the trades you've taken. But today we have seen the DXY. It seems like it's made a pretty impulsive move to the upside. I'm personally looking at the DXY on the daily chart. It's still in like it's impulsive to the upside, but we still haven't created that higher high yet. So although I am a DXY bull, in my opinion, we're not all the way safe just yet, just because this can completely wick and turn the other way. But the it looks more likely to continue up as of right now than to wick and go the other way, especially after um retesting this broken support and pushing to the upside. But I'm still just a little bit cautious just because like when you kind of zoom out, it kind of just looks like the DXY could immediately print a lower high and continue to just start to go down. But like I said, if we make that higher high, then it looks like we can at least hit this next resistance right here. And then after this next resistance, there's this one right here. But that's why I just feel like the path to the least resistance is still to the downside. Just because if it was to break this low right here, like the next obvious level is like all the way down here. But price action is what it is. So that's why at the moment I am a DXY bull. What do you think about the DXY at the moment, man?
So I see like I agree with you because I think there's potential we could just pop back below the 103.69 because
103.69, yeah.
yeah, like I go with like the balance rules. They say
Uh,
once it breaks out of the sideways, go with it. But the
yeah.
moment that it pops back in below, like under the sideways,
Hmm.
then the objective should be the other side of that sideways. So you
Yeah.
can see like the bottom line, the 103.10, we
Yeah.
broke below that. Once we popped back above, the
Hmm.
objective for the buyers should be to take it all the way back to the other side.
Yeah,
And now
for
that
sure.
we've reached the high side, I mean, if we want to continue to go sideways, the sellers should take it below 103.69 and
Yeah.
drive it all the way back if we want to keep the sideways.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
open to it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%. Um, from a buyer perspective, I do feel like, even if it does fall below this 103.69,
Yeah.
it doesn't look good for buyers. I would say that just because, it's impulsively went higher just for it to fall back in the range. But even though like it might not look the cleanest, in my opinion, like you said, that 103 point 10 level, I feel like a break back below that would personally signify that this market has lost strength, and plus it's not ready to continue to the other side. But if it did fall back in that range, I would kind of look at it like, buyers are in control, but they have lost momentum. But if it was to break below that 103.10, then it's like, yeah, buyers have lost control and there's no momentum in this market. So yeah, I do agree with what you said. But the DXY is bullish at the moment. I'm in two current positions. One is kind of flat. One is going pretty well. The one that's kind of flat is USD CAD. I was in this position right here like 2 weeks ago. I was kind of bullish. I got stopped out. And then, kind of like the DXY, it fell back below this resistance level that was broken, but it kind of fell into I don't know, it's not the cleanest, right? But like it fell into this kind of once resistance area, right? And like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not the cleanest looking chart, but I wasn't ready to go bearish on it just yet, even though it did break right back below, but it did fall right where this once resistance was. So, once it fell back here and we saw price action close back above this resistance, I took my trade on this 4 hour chart. So, was kind of profitable, price retraced, but now it seems like, price is just slowly creeping back up. So I feel like this still has good momentum to creep back up, but the buyers are not heavily there, even though the DXY is still pretty bullish. So that is pretty telling. Um, the trade that I am in that's growing pretty well though is Euro USD. I was looking at it last week. I was pretty flat on it last week because I entered somewhere around here. But the only thing that, kind of gave me confidence to still hold on to this trade was this level didn't hold. And then last week we saw it come back up here again, fail again, came back up here one more time and then fail again. So kind of like a triple top, not the cleanest triple top, but this area of support that was one support most definitely is holding as resistance. And then today we saw that, this support level right here did get broken, but there's still more than an hour and a half left on this chart. So, could this thing completely wick and go the other way? It's most definitely possible, but I'll be revisiting back once this 4 hour candle closes, to see how it is. But those are the two trades that I am in. And if these trades if they could like complete the whole move, then things are looking bright, for me and my FTMO accounts. So we'll just have to see. But those are the two trades that I have going for me at the moment. Are you able to share your screen, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I like the Euro one because I know for sure like the Euro makes up most of the DXY. So you're getting
Mm-hmm.
like pretty much what the DXY is doing.
Yeah, so it makes sense why the Euro USD is moving a lot more than like USD CAD. GBP USD is moving a lot too, but GBP USD just doesn't look like the cleanest chart to me anymore. It looks kind of ugly, so that's kind
Oh,
of why
yeah.
I've just been personally staying away. It looked like it might have gone bullish. It broke support levels, kept making higher highs, but then today we've seen it just completely fall flat. But no
It's,
lower
yeah, it
lows
is
have
very
been made.
choppy.
But no
I mean,
lower
if you're
lows
a
have been
buyer,
made yet.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly, right?
so
No lower lows.
it's yeah, it's still pretty weird. But yeah, if you're able to share your screen with us, man, kind of just take us. Do you remember the trade that got you funded?
The like the was it the Euro one
Mm-hmm.
or the oh wait for the which one?
For the
Oh
50 and
yeah,
100K one, yeah.
it was quite a bit, but it was mostly the NQ. I can show you that. But actually
Mm-hmm.
my it's like a little bit of a trick I've been doing. It
Okay.
was this one. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
It was honestly, it was this one. Do you see this chart?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the US 2000, which is
Okay.
RTY,
Okay.
and the NASDAQ. So essentially, when you're long the NASDAQ, you buy the NASDAQ and you sell the US 2000.
Okay.
So I'll just show you the chart side by side. So this is the NASDAQ on the daily, and this is the RTY on the daily. I'll show that right here. You can see the small cap stocks, they are nowhere near their all-time highs, but the
Yeah.
NASDAQ is,
Yeah, it's
making new
pumping.
highs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially my trade. I bought the NASDAQ and I sold the RTY.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put them side by side, the chart looks like this. So basically that whole move down, I was kind of like I was getting pieces of that move down.
Okay. Okay.
So that's essentially what helped. I still want to take advantage of this because if you look at the 4 hour, I think this is just a small short squeeze. I'm expecting some more down moves, but I'd like to get in short on a bounce maybe.
Okay.
We'll have to see. Who knows? At the moment, it's bearish,
Are
but
you are you going off price action or are you going off fundamentals or are you mixing like both of them?
it's yeah, definitely both.
Okay.
My mind is also thinking like fundamentally, the smaller cap companies, because
Mm-hmm.
the interest rates are high,
Mm-hmm.
they are going to be suffering more than the big technology companies.
Mm-hmm.
And you can definitely see it with the chart. So it's kind of both. I'd say both.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But it's honestly, I just took a little bit more risk to get that funded account because it's 100K. I had to get 6K. I'm not used to those numbers.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah,
It's like the math doesn't change, but the numbers do. So,
that's exactly it.
so yeah, for sure. Understandable.
Yeah. But I'm
Uh,
definitely in the mindset once I have the account,
mhm.
I'm completely lowering like my risk down to
Right.
like the bare minimum.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
Because like point 0.03 of 100K, hey, that's a couple $100, you know. So it's like
Yep. Oh man.
it's a nice position, man, to be in, man. I'm happy for you, man. Genuinely happy for you.
Thank you. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Me too. It's been a while.
Are you taking trades on MetaTrader 4?
So this one, they use Ninja Trader
Ninja Trader.
and there's another one since I already have one account with Ninja Trader, I'm using
Mm-hmm.
another thing called like Quant Tower, but there's a
Uh-huh.
variety of platforms you can use. They give you
Okay.
like
Yeah.
10, 20 options.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have my yeah, I have a crypto account. I have to log in though. But I don't know if
Okay.
you can see on the bottom, like this one, the British pound one, the
Yes.
GBP.
Mm-hmm.
I can see, yeah, that whole sideways pattern. And I think it's essentially just like this structure right here that is working off of.
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, the buyers are happy because like it's not going down like the euro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm seeing the euro too, making new lows. And the DXY just popped up. So I think this is really good for your cat, like the USD
Mm.
CAD position.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
was to close like if the daily chart was to close in the next 5 minutes and that
Yes.
1 hour chart closed like that, then that looks good for sure, for sure.
I really like it. Yeah, zoomed out. It's just a daily high or low. It's still above yesterday's high.
Mm-hmm.
I saw 15 minutes ago, it popped back under yesterday's high.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here, popped back under, but the past 10 minutes, it's now back above yesterday's high. So I think it looks
Mm.
good.
Yeah, so that's most definitely a good sign. And if it could clear that 15 hour, we was on a 15 minute, I mean.
Right here,
Yeah,
let's see.
yeah, literally if it can create that high, but then even that on the 15-minute chart, that red wick candle that's
Yes,
right next
yeah.
to it, yeah, if it
Whoops.
can clear that right there, yeah, then honestly it looks primed to just continue to head up. So
And I
um
don't know what that thing was to bring up the DXY. Because
yeah, because
yeah, right at 1 o'clock in the morning.
we haven't been too heavy on the fundamentals just yet. So
Do you think it was must have been the USD JPY? Because they had their
uh
interest rate decision,
I did see that.
and
Yeah.
this is the USD JPY. I didn't trade this, but it's funny to me seeing like right here,
Mm-hmm.
holding that purple line.
Yeah.
Because when I zoom out, I mean, that's just my daily chart
Mm. Yeah.
from right here.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked at this in a long time. Like this is just my daily chart. It's been like the same as I had before,
Yeah.
but it's funny how it just sets that low right there.
Like perfectly.
Yep. But
Perfectly.
still bullish. I mean, USD JPY. JPY gave it all back.
Yeah. So,
I'm
so
kind of now US bullish DXY. It looks a little bit like that.
yeah, well, it most definitely is. How's your FTMO account doing, man? Are you taking? Do you have any trades going on that one?
Yeah, let me see. I can pull it up here. Yeah, I have my actual account here, but I have the saved password, so I'm can log in.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
This is it at the moment. You know what's funny?
Okay.
Oh, this is my sorry, that's my other one. That was the old one. Here, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much just flat. I'm at 250, so I'm kind of
Dude, you're
halfway
so
there,
close. Yeah,
even though
dude,
it says
dude.
300.
Close, so close.
Yeah. And the thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the buy the US 100,
Mm-hmm.
sell the US 2000 when the trade setup's there, with the
Yeah,
stop and
yeah.
everything, but
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
sometimes it can add up. It's
Have
just
you
a bit.
heard any news on FTMO and just like the situation that's been going on? Have you heard anything, seen any updates?
I was reading into a little bit, but I think I've heard the same thing that you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm a little skeptical, but
Yeah.
at the
Do
moment
you
things are okay.
do
But
you
yeah.
know if like people are withdrawing or are able to
Oh,
withdraw and get their money? Because like my whole thing is like, yeah, hmm, excuse me, it's like yes, they're still letting us trade on this platform.
yeah.
But it's like just because I'm not funded, it's like, who's to say that like they're even letting people like withdraw this money and like blah 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 blah. So like have you heard anything like that, people not being able to withdraw, or is it all good? Like people are
I
able to
haven't,
withdraw.
but this makes me want to because they have a Discord. I joined their Discord
Okay, cool.
and FTMO has like their own, what's it called? Like they have like all their own, I don't know, like they have like an English chat. So I've seen
Okay.
some people complaining about it because like they're saying I can't create a new account. But I'm
But
gonna do some
not
reading on that.
complaining about not being able to make an account or complaining about not being able to get their funds.
Just the account, but I haven't
Okay.
read for funds. But at the
Okay.
moment, I haven't heard anything saying that they haven't gotten the funds. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming things are working
That is good.
properly.
Yeah, because yeah, I'm sure if people able to get their funds, it'd be trending on whatever platform. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
probably a good sign. Yeah,
But it sucks. It sucks with all the rules and stuff like that. Yeah.
and it's
I
like
even
people.
wanted to get a withdrawal for my crypto, the USDT, and my
Mhm.
exchange now says you're in your country, you're not allowed to use USDT. So now I have to go to another one.
What platform is this for?
So there's a website called Kraken. It's a really good
Okay.
exchange. Like it's all regulated.
Mm-hmm.
But Canada recently, we don't allow, like USDT. Have you heard
Yes.
of that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I used to be able to just withdraw and deposit that, but now I can't. So I have to convert it into Ethereum, just pay like extra $20.
What?
I don't want to, but
And what's the reason behind that?
so I don't know to be honest, but I know Canada, especially my province, Ontario, they've
Mm-hmm.
they're just keeping like they just keep cracking down on crypto
Mm.
and they just won't stop. So
Interesting. That's interesting.
yeah,
Interesting.
they've been
Speaking
doing that for a
of
while.
Speaking of crypto, man,
Oh
what do
yeah,
you think
yeah,
about Bitcoin? Because I remember you saying that you like when Bitcoin
yeah.
was reaching those highs. I remember we were talking, and then you were like you see Bitcoin like coming back down to I don't remember what you said, but like I know you said 30 something, and like it's doing it now. So
I don't know if you can see my trades because like I think it's like
hmm
the this was my short trade that I had on Bitcoin and I did short it, but it's funny because I entered my short right here.
man, that's a good
It's
short.
right, and then I kind of did sell it a little bit too early, so I entered here and I exited right there. Honestly, just I didn't want to give back the profits, and it was right
Yeah,
before the weekend, so I didn't really want
yeah,
to hold on to
but
it. But
but that's not even that's a great trade, honestly.
thank you. Yeah, that's what got me like a good chunk.
Um,
But yeah, it's
uh,
definitely the ETF, right? The ETF happened on that morning, on that
mhm,
big wake up. That was at 10 o'clock. Bitcoin hit $49,000. The
mhm,
ETF already started trading.
yeah.
The day before the ETF, there was a fake tweet. So I think the market was actually waiting for like the ETF to start trading. We want to make
Mhm.
sure everything's clear. And
Yeah.
then we just hit the sell. And then they just
Okay.
sold, sold, sold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think of like what do you see as the just because I'm like you're more knowledgeable on this stuff, what do you see as the future like of Bitcoin? Do you think now is the time to buy? Do you think it'll dip more? What do you think overall on Bitcoin?
So in the group, I'm in a group and I listen to them a lot about
Hmm.
sentiment. Now,
Hmm.
what they're thinking is they want low 30s.
Hmm.
That's what they want because they're seeing on Twitter, everybody's saying, we want mid 36. We want, like 36,000,
Hmm.
35,000. So
Hmm.
they're kind of saying, well, if everybody's saying 35, it might go to 32. So I'm going to be a little bit more patient.
Uh-huh.
For me, I'm just using this structure from like the middle of 2021
Yeah.
when we bought into 30K.
Hmm.
And you can see how reactive price was. We held it going into 2022, held
Yeah.
it again. Once we broke below it, we couldn't even touch it. So those are strong sellers. And we kept that as resistance for a while. And
Yeah.
you can even see on the recent run, the highest volume area stayed as resistance.
Yeah.
Once we broke through it, we broke above it, and the majority of where the volume was traded in that structure, we held it as support, held it again as support, kind of held it on a short-term bounce. Now we're
Hmm.
back below.
Yeah.
So I did have a small buy this morning, but I quickly sell them because it's still a downtrend on the 30-minute chart,
Yeah.
very downtrend. So I kind of like sometimes buy these lower lows and I just quickly just sell them on a tiny little bounce.
Hmm.
I was looking to buy here, but now I'm being extremely patient. I'm either waiting for an uptrend to start forming to
Hmm.
maybe buy a little bit, but
Hmm.
otherwise I'm letting it I'm letting it do its job. I'm letting the price just show me how low it can get
Yeah.
and I will buy the flushes. Like there's going to be some really big deep flushes hopefully.
Hmm. Yeah.
I would like to buy those. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to like find it personally for me personally like get in because every time Bitcoin dips, I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy some, I'm gonna buy some, and it's like I just never do. And it's like I'm always on the sideline watching it take off, but it's like I literally could have bought it, like how I said, and like, things would have been good, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
that's
can show
pretty
you really
interesting.
quickly. There's a website here. It's called Coinalyze. And there's
Uh,
similar sites, but I don't know if you can see this chart right here. This
hmm.
shows you the liquidations. So they show you
Hmm.
who's getting liquidated, who's losing, like, I'm sure you already know liquidated.
Hmm.
Like you lose
Hmm.
all your money, you lose.
Hmm.
So a
Yeah.
lot of people got liquidated on this move. And usually that's like a kind of heads up, like it might be good to start buying. But
Mm.
usually when there's the giant liquidations,
Yeah.
you can get some nice entry points. So I like to watch those too.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, that's cool. What website was that?
Coinalyze, Coinalyze.
Okay. And this is
Yeah, it's all
this
free
is
too.
okay. It's kind of just like the volume coming in and out, of Bitcoin, in a way.
Yeah. I used to be one of these people getting liquidated. And I learned, I was like, people are waiting for me to get liquidated to buy. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's smart. So I'm gonna
yeah,
do the opposite. So yeah.
yeah. It's very interesting though to see the ETFs come out and then,
Yeah.
instead of like, not that price has to continue higher, but pretty positive day for Bitcoin, I would assume. But right,
Mm,
like you said, price kind of had already kind of factored in to what
exactly.
was into what was coming, and then when it happened, it's like okay, we're just not gonna continue higher, at least for the moment, right? Kind of like the
Yeah.
opposite of the DXY with the rate cuts. It's like
Mm,
okay, we're gonna cut rates, we're gonna cut rates. Okay, day of where like where we should be expecting some good news. It's like nope, not yet, not yet. But doesn't mean that we're not going to do it. Just not right now, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah. So.
interesting too. The market thinks that the Fed is gonna cut rates 6 times, and it's just gonna be a story of like, is it going to happen or is it not gonna
Mhm.
happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
I
we'll see.
I know. People were talking. I don't know about still, but like they were expecting like the first rate cuts to happen in March, and
Yes.
so.
At the moment, it's 50-50. It's
Yeah, right.
exactly
Mm-hmm.
50%.
It's and
Yep.
it's still 50-50. Like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? And from a price action standpoint, no. but from a overall long-term still standpoint, I feel like and that's why I still say the path to least resistance still looks more bearish than bullish. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a matter of when, and it's just a matter of like, if it's gonna happen. So, yep.
And I don't know if you can see this right here. I'll match it up so it's the date range is matched up. But if you look at the, let's see, this is a 4 hour, this is a 4 hour. Basically, the how do I say it? The on the left is the 10-year yield, and
Hmm.
ever since December, I'll just draw like a horizontal line so it shows the date.
Hmm.
Ever since December 28, 27th,
Yeah,
DXY and the 10-year yield, so the
yeah,
interest rate on the 10
hmm
year has been moving up together
yeah,
like, daily. So it's essentially that, right? When the yield started dropping, DXY dropped. Yields dropped, DXY dropped. Now the DXY is bouncing as long as the yields are bouncing. So
yeah.
hand
What
in hand.
moving averages do you have on that 10? Because I see they're broken above the your moving averages as well too.
Yeah, I got the EMA exponential moving average, the 26 and the
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Because the guy I watch, he started trading crypto, and on Coinbase, when he started trading like back in 2017, the
Mhm.
custom moving averages were 12 and 26, and
Okay.
he found that the price moved with those. So I just kind of followed what he did. So
Okay. Okay. I
we're
mean,
good.
just from a daily standpoint, it looks like it's a very well respected moving average. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Most
I wish I
definitely.
used them more, but sometimes I miss the moves.
Mm. I'm gonna take a look at my
Yeah.
screen real quick. I'm just gonna look at Forex Factory real quick, just because
Hmm.
I don't want to bore people to death if anybody's
Yeah.
even actually watching this. But I know tomorrow, right, things start to get real interesting, right? It's like nothing but red, like on my screen right here. We have so
Mhm.
much Euro news, a lot of GBP news, a lot of CAD news, and a lot of USD news. So tomorrow seems like a very volatile day for the market, starting from the middle of the night with Euro, and then continuing with GBP, and then continuing with CAD, and then we have that USD news later. So should be a very volatile should be a very volatile day tomorrow. No, don't you think?
Yeah, and everything is about price. Like it's price manufacturing index or
Right.
producers manufacturing index. So it's all telling you what is inflation doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then going into the Fed meeting next Wednesday, all
Next
of the
Wednesday.
numbers that are coming out tomorrow on this Friday,
Mm-hmm.
it's all gonna factor into the decision or whatever for
Yep.
next week.
Yep. So yeah, starting from tomorrow, man, it's pretty heavy on the fundamentals. Thursday, so we have unemployment claims, advanced GDP. And then Friday, like you said, we have core PCE. So yeah, man, it's just
Yeah.
setting up a bigger story, right? It's the story for this week, just for it to continue on to next week and then the week after that, right? Everything is just kind of setting itself up for like the overall movement that'll eventually happen, right? Because price will only consolidate for so long
Yeah.
before like it really takes off. So yeah. Um, I'm gonna refresh my FTMO account real quick. I think I know I'm past 1% now. Let me see how these trades are doing.
Nice, nice. This
Man,
has
I've
like
been
my
on
oven mitts on, just going in. Because I'm sure when the move happens, it'll be nice and it'll last like multi days and all that. So
right,
that'll be good.
right. Even maybe the week after that, maybe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at my FTMO. I'm up almost 2%, man. Almost up 2%. But
It's looking good. Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Nice,
I've been
nice.
playing no games, man. Like my
Yeah,
risk has been so small. Well, yeah, my max loss has been $25. My max daily loss has been 60. I've been taking it so easy and like so slow, letting these 50-cent
good.
trades just add up. Yeah, I finally I took my biggest trades like with these trades and they're like a dollar 50 and a dollar. So it's not even like the craziest trades, but yeah,
I wasn't
if
expecting the Euro one. When I saw the Euro trade, I was like, oh, that looks so good.
honestly thought I was gonna get stopped out.
Mhm.
Thought I was gonna get stopped out around here, didn't. Thought I was gonna get stopped out around here, didn't. But hey, man, I'm just gonna I feel like these last 2 weeks like have really just made my patience like so much just way more better. I feel like my patience is just like evolved. Like, I'm looking at this chart, it's like, okay, nothing's happening. Okay, close it out. But, I feel like it's easier to look the other way when you're in red because you want it to turn around rather than when you're in profit, right? So let's see if I can have this same mentality like when prices, if it comes over here and and I'm like, oh man, should I close it? Should I hold it? Right? I gotta just have that same level of patience. So yeah, it'll
Exactly.
be interesting to see how these numbers come out. Man, if you're not if you have free time tomorrow, man, maybe we could kind of see how some of these numbers come out, for these CAD numbers, some of these USD numbers, if you have some free time.
Yeah, in the morning I'm all good. I think
Okay.
probably all day. It's like winter over here, so not
Okay,
doing
yeah, okay.
anything.
Yeah, man, we had a fake freeze over here in Houston. There was no water at the grocery store, man, for like
Oh
small
my God.
for like
Everybody's
small
panicking.
yeah, literally. But I mean, I
Oh,
guess I guess because like,
but I know
people
it's
are still
different.
crashing. Yeah, people are crashing on the roads
Oh, wow.
with small. I mean, nothing crazy, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's like we're I guess we're just not used to that on this side at all, like at all. So
Yep.
yeah,
Oh my.
but yeah, man. So I guess I'll just stop the stream for now, and then tomorrow, we can get back to it, see how these numbers come out and things like
Cool,
that.
cool.
Yeah, man. It's
Anytime,
good.
anytime.
Yeah, good speak. I know, even though we always speak good doing this Zoom with you again, man. Most definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Same here. Same
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir. All right, my
It was a good
brother.
talk.
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right. All right. Take care.
All right, man. Yes, sir.